The time to stop living paycheck to paycheck is right now. It's your boy King Shadow, and today I'm going to be walking through the steps to stay motivated financially. We're going to be talking about making small payments to different places and where you can allocate your money, so that way you can stretch the dollar, keep a bigger wallet, and be able to use your money in the ways that you want to be able to build a future for yourself, or just have a little extra money on the side to be able to do what you want. The first step to being able to do that is to take care of the money that you already have. In this video, I'm going to make it a couple of different tables, so that way you can walk through the steps with me and my mentality of how I used to structure out my money. Hey, I'm not rich by any means, okay? I'm just a regular dude. But these are some ways that I am able to take care of my family, take care of my girl, and be able to put money aside so that way I can help build a future for my people and myself. If you're new to the channel or you've been here before, what's up? And welcome or welcome back to the Shadow Realm, where we have one vision, no limits, and imagine different. And today we are going to be walking through steps to start you towards your financial freedom. I'd like to point out that I am not a financial advisor. I'm making this video based off of my own experiences and things that have helped me in the past, and I'm hoping that they can help you too. If you're looking for a specific segment in this video, I'm leaving timestamps below so you guys can go ahead and check those out. Click on what means the most to you, or feel free to watch the whole video, because, you know, that would really help. You know what I'm saying? My efforts were put in, and I really appreciate it if you guys watch my video. And without further ado, let's pull back the shade on money saving secrets. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go and walk through a visual of the way that I usually try to budget out my funds. I'll make sure I put a link in the description below so you guys can follow along. You can also feel free to put to make this table on paper, but we're just gonna go through it. I'm gonna be separating this as if you get paid 2 times a month, so once every 2 weeks, which would be on a bi-weekly basis. So we're gonna separate this out into pay period, if I could type, pay period 1, and then the next one will be pay period 2. So I think it's important to set down here your checking total. So I usually try to make sure I pay all my stuff out through my checking account and not through my savings account. So that way I let my savings account be money that kind of isn't touched, and we'll be adding a section for savings kind of over here as well. So you want to make sure you put down your checking total. So for this example, let's say in our checking account we have $3,000. And we won't really be touching this amount as far as our budget goes. The purpose of this is to make sure that we have a net profit over time. And a profit means that you are taking in more money than you are losing. So we're going to have our checking total be over here, and then we're going to have our pay per check. This will stand for how much money you get per paycheck. And let's assume that for this situation, that this is around $1,200. Again, your numbers are going to be different, as it is going to be unique to whatever your situation is. And then we're going to have a section here called check minus expenses equals extra. So this is how much money you have left over to be able to do fun stuff with. Because the whole point of this, remember, is that we are budgeting and making sure that we are spending our money in ways of necessity over ways of wants, changing that mental habit and also putting that into action. So the categories that I have are essentials, bills, savings, debt. So if you have any debt, this would go here, and then that extra money. Hey, yo, real quick, wouldn't it be dope to make money by doing absolutely nothing? Well, you can with the referral links below for Crypto.com and BlockFi. On Crypto.com, when you sign up for one of their Visa debit cards, Ruby Steel or above, I got the Ruby Steel card, which, by the way, does give you 2% back on every single transaction. You get $25 in crypto, which will also grow for you. So just by doing your regular transactions or doing absolutely nothing, you can increase your income passively. With BlockFi, you deposit your money basically into a savings account that accrues interest for you. Except with regular banks, some banks will only give you about 1% back. BlockFi with certain coins will actually give you almost 10% back by you doing absolutely nothing. So sign up with the link below and get your $10 when you put in $100. That's a total value worth $35 that you can get just by using my links, signing up, and getting started. Let's make this money, y'all. And with that, let's get back to balling on a budget. Of course, all these numbers are going to be arbitrary. But let's get our categories first. So essentials, let's say we have groceries, because if we're saving money, you want to make sure that you're cooking more. Cooking more is going to mean that you're saving more money instead of spending more money eating out. I could do a video on the comparisons between eating out and cooking. Just leave a comment down below if you want me to do a separate video on that. If you drive a car, gas is going to be an expense that's an essential as well, because your car can't run without gas. But let's say we have different types of bills, right? So let's say for the first pay period, your insurance is due and your phone is due. Savings is, again, remember I said that was going to be our savings account. You want to make sure that every paycheck you're putting at least a little bit of money into savings, so that way you're steadily building up your savings account to be used like a rainy day fund. And then we also have rent here. So I want to put rent down, so people who pay rent, a lot of times you don't have the ability to make a payment plan for how you pay rent. What I would do is I would separate my rent into halves. So I would cut my rent in half and pay half of it with one paycheck and the other half with the other paycheck. We'll do this as half, so that way you're being efficient with the money and it doesn't look so daunting, and it kind of makes things a little bit easier. And then under debt, so for example, we're going to use credit card here. We're going to put down student loans because we know those student loans are a monster. Thank you to COVID, we got that pushed out a little bit. At the time you're watching this video, that may have changed for you guys, but we're going to put student loans on here anyway. Even if you don't have to pay the student loans now, you do want to be able to budget for that, because those loans have not gone anywhere, y'all. They are still here. And then let's use McDonald's as an example. So let's just say I was a little late in picking up on the groceries as an essential. It didn't really cook enough, and for some reason I have debt at McDonald's, so that needs to get paid off. Again, these places are going to be all different for you guys wherever you have debt allocated at, and we're going to do a different a part 2 to this to structure out debt as a whole. But for right now, and just for budgeting, let's just say we got McDonald's here, and let's say extra money, right? So extra money is going to be eating out. We're going to put down going out, whatever relates to you as far as how you might want to spend your money extra. Then that would be that. You could also put investing here as a thing as well. That would be considered extra money. But whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, or whatever relates to you as far as your extra funds would go. So let's, of course, again, these numbers are arbitrary. Let's say if let's say you spend $200 on groceries. Remember, this is for the first half of the month. And that would give you a good amount of groceries. Tell you what, you got your essentials. Make sure you look at your food groups. If you guys want me to do a video on some dishes that I cook, some low-cost dishes, some low-budget dishes, or like something that can taste good without having to spend a whole lot of money, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a cooking video for you guys as well. And let's say you spend $50 on gas. Again, I don't know what kind of car you guys are driving, but maybe $50 fills your tank up, and that would get us to a total of course, 200 plus 50. Obviously it would be 250. I'm a visual learner, so I want to be visual for you guys as well. Insurance. So let's say your car insurance, approximately insurance is 200, and let's say that your phone bill, let's say that's $100. Now this is all based off of, if you have auto pay set up and that sort of thing, then you will obviously be going according to that. I recommend auto pay. I use auto pay, but sometimes you may have to put some things off to the side and handle that, but with appropriate budgeting, that you should be able to avoid those situations. So let's say this is where that's at, and then let's say savings account, we're gonna call this the bank, which is your actual account. Let's say you want to put in $50. I try to put at least $50 per paycheck into my savings account. It may not seem like a whole lot, but over time, I promise that will add up for sure. Let's go back and calculate our bills actually. So we're at 200 plus 100. That gets us to $300 in bills for this pay period. And then we are going to work our way over to debt. So let's say credit card. Again, if you have a monthly balance that you have a minimum, you want to try to pay over that monthly minimum, because that's going to help build your credit, whatever your monthly minimum is. But let's say you put down $50 here, and then for student loans, let's say we also put another $50 down for this. And then for McDonald's, let's say we also put down $50. Keep in mind, this is for pay period 1. Okay, this is for pay period 1. So we still have another pay period here that where we can put this out. If you get paid weekly, then this number, your tables, your amount of tables could change. You could have 4 tables here, but this is again for a bi-weekly basis. Little multiplication, advanced mathematics here. So 50 times 3 is gonna be 150. So we got $150 in debt we gotta handle. Oh, I didn't go over rent. So let's say, for example, let's say your rent is $400. So we're at 400 plus 50. Well, that would assume that your rent is $800 total, and you're on $450. So let's kind of calculate where we're at so far and see what we have as far as our extra funds go. So we're gonna go 250 plus 300 plus 450 plus 150 equals 1150. So if we take our 1200 minus our 1150, that gives us a total of $50 left to go out with or to handle business with. So you have $50 for the next 2 weeks to either eat out, go out, shop, or whatever you want to do with this money. That's according to this situation. That's what we have, which really isn't a whole lot. But this table is here to put into perspective what it is that you have as far as being able to maintain profit and maintain that positive balance going forward. Boom, easy day. Well, hopefully I was able to help you guys plan out your money a little bit better. And if this method helped you out, please leave a message in the comments. And I want to know, how did it help you? And if you have any ideas or if you think that I missed something, please also leave something in the comments below. Either myself or somebody else can probably benefit from what you have to say. Or maybe they have the same question that you do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. And if you have any other ideas for videos that you want to see me do, please leave that in there as well. I'll make sure that I get back to you guys, okay? And if you want to come chat with me live, come follow me on Twitch. Come join us in the Shadow Realm. We have a good time. We talk about motivating videos. We talk about anime. We talk about games. The Shadow Realm would love to have you, man. Come on, join us. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you soon. Over here. Knocked one. Broke shields on another. Knocked another. He's AFK. Let's go. Clip it. Kill leader. Let's go.